crack right there. It would be too hard.
All right, let's go ahead and get started.
I died, but I opened the gate.
Scoot down just a little bit, right, Sean?
Towards you or
That way. Right there, you too wild.
kind of the camera?
Centered in front of this camera. Sar.
La Yashala.
Laya Shala. Sar.
So,
So I like it. Gotta get used to this
I imagine, which means to stand. Everybody stand. Wapanyak Wadam, which means rise and face the east.
We're going to start with the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa.
Abanawa.
Shabbat Shemayah.
Shabbat Shemayah.
Qudash.
Qudash.
Ayah.
Ayah.
Shamka.
Shamka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Malak with the
Malak with Ka.
Taba'ah.
Taba'ah.
Ratazaka.
Ratazaka.
Ayah.
Ayah.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Ratazah.
Ratazah.
Kawa.
Kawa.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Bashamayah.
Bashamayah.
Lathananawa.
Lathananawa.
Lakam.
Lakam.
Cow.
Cow.
Yawam.
Yawam.
Basalakanawa.
Basalakanawa.
Kawawapnawa.
Kawawapnawa.
Kasalaknawa.
Kasalaknawa.
Kawawapyanawa.
Kawawapyanawa.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Tabayanawa.
Tabayanawa.
Banasayawan.
Banasayawan.
Abal.
Abal.
Hawashayanawa.
Awashayanawa.
Bayan.
Bayan.
Rai.
Rai.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Laka.
Laka.
Amalakwa.
Amalakwa.
Wa'ala.
Wa'ala.
Wahatapara.
Wahatapara.
Wa'awalamyum. Aman.
Aman in English. Our Father.
Our Father.
Which art in heaven.
Which art in heaven.
Hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done.
In earth.
In earth.
As it is in heaven.
As it is in heaven.
Give us this day.
Give us this day.
Our daily bread.
Our daily bread.
And forgive us our debts.
Forgive us our debts.
As we forgive our debtors.
As we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not.
And lead us not.
Into temptation.
Into temptation.
But deliver us.
But deliver us.
From evil.
From evil.
For thine is the kingdom.
For thine is the kingdom.
And the power.
And the power.
And the glory.
And the glory.
Forever.
Forever.
So be it.
So be it. Hakat, the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
By Hashem Yahweh Shai.
By Hashem Yahweh Shai.
Baba Kashai.
Baba Kashai.
Nathanawa.
Nathanawa.
Hakat.
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 Larapa'ah.
Larapa'ah.
Kal Makala.
Kal Makala.
Kal Marawa.
Kal Marawa.
Hakat.
Hakat.
Latahor.
Latahor.
Amatazariah.
Amatazariah.
Hakat.
Hakat.
Lahaklim.
Lahaklim.
Amathim.
Hakat.
Hakat. Awakawa.
Awakawa.
Tama'ala.
Tama'ala.
The Garshan. By Hashem Yahweh
By
Shai.
Hashem Yahweh Shai.
The Wada Aman.
The water Aman in the English. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh
In the
Shai.
name of Yahweh Shai.
Please. Give us the power.
Give us the power.
The power to heal.
The power to heal.
All manner of
all
sickness.
manner of sickness.
And all manner of
and
disease.
all manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to raise the
The power
dead.
to raise the dead.
The power against unclean
the power
spirits.
against unclean spirits.
To cast them
to
out.
cast them out.
In the name of Yahweh
In
Shai.
the name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. Prayer to bless Israel. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
By Hashem Yahweh Shai.
By Hashem Yahweh Shai.
Barak Lanawa.
Barak Lanawa.
By Yashala.
By Yashala.
Wahab.
Wahab.
By Yatsapariah.
By Yafsapar.
Barak.
Barak.
Rapah.
Rapah.
Magan.
Magan.
Hagan.
Magan.
By Hashem Yahweh
By
Shai.
Hashem Yahweh Shai.
The Wada Aman.
The water Aman. What we just said was Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, please, Salaki. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, bless us and Israel and the school. Bless, heal, shield, protect our loved ones. In the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you, so be it.
Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha.
Asha.
Ayanya.
Ayanya.
Ahahari.
Ahahari.
Bayan.
Bayan.
Yabaa.
Yabaa.
Isaiah.
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 Isaiah. Ma'ai.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Shemaiah.
Shemaiah.
Ratazah.
Ratazah.
Al-Yathan.
Al-Yathan.
Lamawat.
Lamawat.
Regalka.
Regalka.
Al-Yanawam.
Al-Yanawam.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Hana.
Hana.
La'ah.
La'ah.
Yanawam.
Yanawam.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Yayashan.
Yayashan.
Shawamar.
Shawamar.
Yashala.
Yashala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Tazalka.
Tazalka.
Al-Yad.
Al-Yad.
Yamninka.
Yamninka.
Yawamam.
Yawamam.
Hashamash.
Hashamash.
La'ah.
La'ah.
Yakayaka.
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 Yakaka.
Wayarap.
Wayarap.
Alayala.
Alayala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamarka.
Yashamarka.
Wakal Rai.
Wakal Rai.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Apnapashka.
Salakia.
Apnapashka.
Apnapashka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Tazaaka.
Tazaaka.
Wabaaka.
Wabaaka.
Waita.
Waitha.
Wa'ai. Awalam. Aman.
Aman in English. I will lift up mine eyes into the
I will
hills.
lift up mine eyes into the hills.
From whence cometh my
From
help?
whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from
My
Yahweh.
help cometh from Yahweh.
Which made heaven and earth.
Which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to
He
be
will not
moved.
suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee
He that keepeth thee
will not slumber.
will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth
he
Israel
that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber nor
shall neither
sleep.
slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy
Yahweh
right
is thy
hand.
shade upon thy right
The
hand.
sun shall not smite thee by
The
day,
sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee
Yahweh shall preserve thee
from all evil.
From all evil.
He shall preserve thy
He
soul.
shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy
Yahweh
going
shall
out
preserve thy going out
and thy coming
and
in.
thy coming in.
From this time
From
forth
this time forth
and even forevermore.
and even forevermore.
So be it.
So be it. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Al damayalaka.
Al damayalaka.
Al dakarash.
Al dakarash.
Al tashakwat.
Al tashakwat. Al.
Kayahana.
Kayahana.
Awayabiaka.
Awayabiaka.
Yahama Yawan.
Yahama Yawan.
Wamashanayaka.
Wamashanayaka.
Nasha'awa.
Nasha'awa.
Ra'ash.
Ra'ash.
Al-Aimaka.
Al-Aimaka.
Yarayamwa.
Yarayamwa.
Sawad.
Sawad.
Wayatayai Tazawad.
Wayatayai Tazawad.
Al Tazap Pawanyaka.
Al Tazap Pawanyaka.
Wamawad.
Wamawad.
Lakawa.
Lakawa.
Wanakakiram.
Wanakakiram.
Magoya.
Magoya.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Yazakar.
Yazakar.
Sham Yashala.
Sham Yasha'al.
Aywad.
Aywad.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Nawai Tazawad.
Nawai Tazawad.
Lab.
Lab.
Yakadwa.
Yakadwa.
Alyaka.
Alyaka.
Barya.
Barya.
Yakarafwa.
Yakarafwa.
Ahoya.
Ahoya.
Adawam.
Adawam.
Wayashima'alya.
Wayashima'alya.
Mawa'aba.
Mawa'aba.
Wahagaryam.
Wahagaryam.
Gabal.
Gabal.
Waimawan.
Waimawan.
Waimalat.
Waimalat.
Palashat.
Palashat.
I'm Yeshabi.
I'm Yeshabi.
Tazawar.
Tazawar.
Gamashawar.
Gamashawar.
Nalawad.
Nalawad.
Aimam.
Aimam.
Iowa.
Iowa.
Zawawai.
Zawawai.
Labanya Lawat.
Labanya Lawat.
Salah.
Salah.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Laham.
Laham.
Kamadyam.
Kamadyam.
Kasayasara.
Kasayasara.
Kayabyam.
Kayabyam.
Onakal.
Onakal.
Koyashwan.
Koyashwan.
Nashamadwa.
Nashamadwa.
Bayandara.
Ayanda Ara.
Iowa.
Iowa.
Daman.
Daman.
Adama.
La'adama.
Shayatama.
Shayatama.
Nadiyamawa.
Nadiyamawa.
Kairab.
Kairab.
Wakazaba.
Wakazaba.
Wakazabat.
Wakazaba.
Wakazazamanai.
Wakazazamanai.
Kaonasayakamwa.
Kaonasayakamwa. Ashar.
Amawa.
Amawa.
Nayarashah.
Nayarashah.
Salaka. Lanawa.
Lanawa.
Ah.
Nawa.
Nawa. Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Alahaya.
Alahaya.
Shayatama.
Shayatama.
Kagagala.
Kagagala.
Kakwash.
Kakwash.
Lapanya Raka.
Lapanya Raka.
Ka'ash.
Ka'ash.
Tabarayara.
Tabarayara.
Wakalahaba.
Wakalahaba. Falahat.
Aryam.
Aryam.
Khan.
Khan.
Theradapma.
Theradapma.
Basarika.
Basarika.
Wabasawapatka.
Wabasawapatka.
Tabahalam.
Tabahalam.
Malaa.
Malaa.
Panyam.
Panyam.
Kawan.
Kawan.
Wayabakwashwa.
Wayabakwashwa.
Shamka.
Shamka.
Yahawa.
Yahawa.
Yabashwa.
Yabashwa.
Wayabahawa.
Wayabahawa.
Aidiyai.
Aidiyai.
Wayakaparwa.
Wayakaparwa.
Wayabadwa.
Wayabadwa.
Wayadaiwa.
Wayadaiwa.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Atha.
Atha.
Shamka.
Shamka.
Yahawa.
Yahawa.
Labaka.
Labaka.
Al.
Al.
Yawan.
Yawan.
Al.
Al.
Kal.
Kal.
Ratazah.
Ratazah.
Aman.
Aman. In the English, keep not thou silence, O
Keep
Yahweh.
not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy
Hold
peace.
not thy peace.
And be not
And
still,
be
O
not
Yahweh.
still, O Yahweh.
For lo, thine enemies make a tumult. And they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
And consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, Come, and let us cut them off from being a nation. That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom. And the Ishmaelites. Of Moab. And the Hagarenes. Gabal. And Ammon. And Amalek. And the Philistines. With the inhabitants of Tyre. Asher also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah. Do unto them as unto the Midianites. As to Sisera. As to Jabin. At the brook of Kishon. Which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb. And like Zed. Yea. All their princes. As Azabah. And as Amunah. Who said, Let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. Oh my power. Make them like a wheel. As the stubble before the wind. As the fire burneth the wood. And as the flames set the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest. And make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame. That they may seek thy name. O Yahweh. Let them be confounded. And trouble forever. Yea. Let them be put to shame. And perish. That men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. So be it. And this is the last one, right?
Let's see. No, we don't read this.
Okay.
The last two. That's it.
All right. Sar, which means to turn. Yeshabi, which means to be seated. All right. Oh, go ahead. I can take it.
Oh, the water. I got this little space now. So
yeah.
It's wide. You want this closer?
Go ahead.
It's too wide. Yeah. All right there. All right, we're going to be in the book of Leviticus, the 23rd chapter, verse 5 in the Hebrew. And we use Salakia. That's what I put out there. So just 7, like regular.
Con.
Kana
It's
the
the same
Kana.
like
Okay,
seven
Kana the
children.
Kana. Bakarash, Harashawa, Barabai, Aishar, Lakadash, Bayan, Ha'ira,
Leviticus chapter 23, verse 1.
Oh, I thought you said start at verse 5.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
You on the
Salaki.
whole Leviticus 23?
Oh, Salaki. I thought you said verse 5. Salaki.
Wow.
That's my bad. Leviticus chapter 21, verse 23. Salaki, verse 1. Wayadabar, Yahweh, Al, Masha, La Amar, verse 2. Dabar, Al, Banya, Yasha'ala, Aramarath,
Wow.
Wa Maraf, Alaham, Alaham, Mawaidia, Yahweh, Ashar, Dakwa Ra'awa, Atham, Makwa Ra'aya, Ayah, Salaki, Kodash, All, what is that, Allah? Allah, Ham, Mara, Idea. Verse 3. Shashat, Yam, the Aisha, Alaka, Malaka, the water. Waba Yawam, Hashaba Yaaya, Shabbath, Shabbatawam, Shabbathwan, Makwara, Kodash, Kal, Malaka, La'a, the Aishawa, Shabbath, yeah, Hawa, La Yahweh, Bakal, Mawa Shabbath Yakum, verse 4. All was Allah, yeah, Allah, Mawa Idea, Yahweh, Makwa Ra'aya, Makwa Ra'aya,
You said it right.
Makwa'aya,
Makwa'aya.
Makwa'aya,
Makwa'aya.
Makwa'aya,
There you go.
Kodash, Ashar, Dakwa Awa, Atham,
Thakwar.
Dakwarawa,
There you
Atham, Bamawa, Idam, verse 5. Bakarash,
Bakadash.
Bakadash, Hara Awan, Bara,
So like
Hara,
that's Hara Ashwan.
Hara Ashwan, yeah, Hara Ashwan, Barabai,
Con.
Barabai, Aishar, Lakadash, Bayan, Ha'ira, Bayam, Pasak, La Yahweh, verse 6. Wabakamash,
Con.
Wabakamash, Aishar,
That's Wabach Masha. Wabach Masha.
Wabak, hold on.
Wabach Masha. The first word in 6.
Oh, Wabak
Masha.
Masha, Wabak Masha, Aishar, Yanom,
Yuwam.
oh, Yawam, Lakadash, Hazaha, Kag, Hamatazawaf, La Yahweh, Shabbat, Yam, Matazawaf, the Karwa,
The Aqua.
the Akwa, verse 7. Bayawam, Harashawan, Harashwan, Makwara, Kodash, Yaha, Lakam,
Yeah.
Salaki, Lakam, Kal, Malakaf, Aidaba, Abada, La'a, the Aishawa.
Clap it up. All right. Leviticus chapter 23, verse 1. And the Most High spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them concerning the feasts of the Most High, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations, even these are my feasts. Verse 3. 6 days shall work be done, But the seventh day is the Sabbath of rest and holy convocation. Ye shall do no work therein. It is the Sabbath of the Most High in all your dwellings. So what we're reading now, this is Leviticus, the 23rd chapter, 1 through 7. What we just read was some of the feasts or some of the high holy days of the Most High God of the Bible. Right? So as we're reading this, pay attention, because this is the days that you're allowed to celebrate in the nation of Israel.
That's right.
Not Christmas and Thanksgiving. Whatever you celebrate now is not godly. But the things that we do in the Isupk are very, very godly. And what we celebrate is very godly because it's in the Bible. Verse 4. These are the feasts of the Most High. You see that? These are the feasts of God. This ain't the feast of your pastor. This isn't the feast of America. This isn't the feast of Arabs and Muslim and Islam. This isn't the feast for the queen. These are the feasts of the Most High power of the Bible.
That's right.
Even holy convocations, which ye shall proclaim in their seasons. In the 14th day of the first month at even is the Most High's Passover. Verse 6. And on the 15th day of the same month is the feast of unleavened bread unto the Most High. 7 days ye must eat unleavened bread. Verse 7. In the first day ye shall have an holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein.
Leviticus chapter 23, verse 8, continuing in the Hebrew. Wahakura Bathum Asha La Yahweh Shabaith Yum Yum Bayawam Hashabaya Hashabaya.
It's a little bit more like that.
Towards you.
No, towards that one. All right, you can. There you go.
Oh, Hashabaya Hashabayaya Makura. Is that Makura? Makura.
No, you said it right the first
Makura.
time.
Kodash. Kal. Malakath. Malakath. Ibadah. La'ah. The Aishawa. Verse 9. Wayadabar. Yahweh. Al Masha. La'amar. Verse 10. The bar al banya yashala wa amaraf alahum kaya daba awa al harataza shar anya nathan lakam wakwatazaratham with them. So Wakwatazaratham. Kotaza Yara. Wahaba Atham. Aymar. Ra'ashiyath. Kotaza Yarakam. Oh, Hakahan. Verse 11. Wahanayap. Ha'aymar. Lapanya. Yahweh. Allah Taza Nakam. Labra Taza Nakam. Mama Karaf. Hashabath. Yanya Hanawa. Yana Yapanawa. Hakahan.
You got it.
That's
Yan Noah. Verse 12. Wa Aisha Yatam Bayawam Hanaya Pakam Ha'aymar Kabash Dam Yam Ban Shanatawa Shanathwa La Yahweh. Verse 13. Wamana Kathawa Shanya Aisha Nayam Salah Balawala Bashaman.
That's Balawala.
Balawala Bashaman Sha'a La Yahweh
Asha.
Asha, La Yahweh, Rayak, Rayak, Naya, Naya Kaka,
Nayachach.
Nayaka,
Right here.
Wana Saka,
Yes.
Yayan, Rabba, Ya'ith,
You got it. Find
Hahayan,
Yes.
verse 14.
That's not it. That's pink.
Straight into their
Down.
mouth.
Oh.
Walacham, Wakwaya, Wakara, Mal, La'a,
It's not S.
Da'akawa,
Here.
Itazam, is it Itazam, Hayawam, Hazaha, Aid, Habaya, Kam, Quaraban,
Korban.
Quaraban, Alahayakum, Kakwaf, Iwalam, Ladarathyakum, Bakal, Mashabathyakum.
All right, Leviticus chapter 23, verse 8.
I did. Yeah.
But ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Most High 7 days. And the 7th day is an holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein.
Nice, Gabby.
And the Most High spake unto Moses, saying, verse 10, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, When ye be come into the land which I give unto you, and shall reap the harvest thereof, then ye shall bring a sheaf of the first fruits of your harvest unto the priest. Verse 11, And he shall wave the sheaf before the Most High, to be accepted for you. On the morrow after the Sabbath the priest shall wave it. Verse 12, And ye shall offer that day when you wave the sheaf and he lamb without blemish of the first year for a burnt offering unto the Most High, and the meat offering thereof shall be 2 tenth deals of fine flour mingled with oil, an offering made by fire unto the Most High for a sweet savor, and the drink offering thereof shall be of wine, the 4th part of an hin. Verse 14, And ye shall eat neither bread, nor parched corn, nor green ears, until the self same day that ye have brought an offering unto your power. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations in all your dwellings.
Leviticus chapter 23, verse 15. Wasapayatham, Lakam, Mamakarath, Hashabath, Mayawam, Habaya Kam, Aimar, Hatha Nawapa, Shabai, Shabai, Shabbatawah, Shabbathwa, Damaya Math,
Thumyamath.
Dunyamath, Dahaya Yana, Dahaya Yana, verse 16. Aid, Mama Karath, Hashabath, Hashabayith, Hashabayith, Dasapa Rawa, Dasaparawa, Kash Kamashayam, Yawam, Wahakwa Rabatam, Korabtam, yeah, Wahakorabtam, Manaka, Kadash, no,
That's right.
yeah, Kadash, La Yahweh, verse 17. Mama was Shabbath Taba Ya'awa, Lakam, Dana Wapa, Shatyam, Shanya, Aisha Ranayam, Aisharanyam, Salath, Dahayana, Hamataza, Kamataza, the Apyana, Bakawarium, La Yahweh, verse 18. Wakarabatham, Wahakarabatham, Io, Halakam, Shabai, Kabashiam, Damaya Mama, Damayamam, Banya, Shana, Wapar, Ban, Bakwar, Akkad, Wa'ayalam, Shanyam, Yahayawa, Io, La Yahawa, Wama Nakatham, Wama Nakatham, Wanasa Kayaham, Wanasakyaham, Asha, Rayaka, Rayak, Nayakah. La Yahweh, verse 19. Wa Aisha Yatham, Sha'ayara, Isayam, Akkad, Laka Ta'ath, Washanya, Kabashiam, Banya, Shana, Lazabaka, Lazabak, Shalamiam, verse 20. Wahanayap, Hakahan, Atham, Io, Akam, Lakam, Hakawarium, Habakawarium, Danawapa, Lapanya, Yahweh, Io, Shanya, Kabashiam, Kodash, Yahayawa, La Yahweh, La Kahan, verse 21. Wakaratham, Ba'aitazam, Hayawam, Hazaha, Makwara, Kodash, Yahayaha, Lakam, Yahayaha, Lakam, Yahya, Lakam, Kal, Malakaf, Ibada, La'a, the Aishawa, Kakwath, Ayawalam, Bakal, Mawa Shabbatyakum, Ladarathyakum.
All right. Leviticus chapter 23, verse 15. And ye shall count unto you from the morrow after the Sabbath, from the day that ye brought the sheaf of the wave offering, 7 Sabbaths shall be complete. Even unto the morrow after the seventh Sabbath shall ye number 50 days. And ye shall offer a new meat offering unto the Most High. Verse 17. Ye shall bring out of your habitations 2 wave loaves of 2 10 deals. They shall be of fine flour. They shall be baken with leaven. They are the first fruits unto the Most High. Verse 18. And ye shall offer with the bread 7 lambs without blemish of the first year, and 1 young bullock, and 2 rams. They shall be for a burnt offering unto the Most High, with their meat offering and their drink offerings, even an offering made by fire of sweet savor unto the Most High. Verse 19. Then ye shall sacrifice 1 kid of the goats for a sin offering, and 2 lambs of the first year for a sacrifice of peace offerings. Verse 20. And the priest shall wave them with the bread of the first fruits for a wave offering before the Most High. With the 2 lambs they shall be holy to the Most High for the priests. Verse 21. And ye shall proclaim on the selfsame day, that it may be an holy convocation unto you. Ye shall do no servile work therein. It shall be a statute forever in all your dwellings throughout your generations.
Alright. Leviticus chapter 23, verse 22 in the Hebrew. Waba Kotaza Rakam Kotaza Raya Yara Kotaza Yara
Yar.
Kotaza Yar Arataza Kam Arataza
You
Kam
said it right.
Arataza Kam La the Kala Pa'ath Shadak Bakotaza Rock Wala Quat Kotaza Yarak La Dalaquat La Aina
No,
La Aina Ya Walagar the Izab Adam Anya Yahweh Allahayakam verse 23. Waya Dabar Yahweh Al Masha La Mar verse 24. Dabar Al Banya Yasha'ala La Mar Bakadash Hashabaya Aya Ba'akad La Kadash Ya Lakam Shab
when you say that, make sure you say the Yahya.
Ya
There you go.
Lakam Shabathwan Zakarawan Zakarawan Thara Wa'ai Makwa Ra'a Kodash 25 Kal Mala Ka Ida Ibada La'a the Aishawa Wahakwa Batham Asha La Yahweh verse 26. Wayadabar Yahweh Al Masha La Mar verse 27. Ak Ba'aishawar La Kadash Hashabaya Ayah Hazaha Yawam Hakaparium Hawa'a Makwa Kodash Yahya Lakam Wa'ai Yatam Wa'ai Nayatam Napashatyakam Wahakwa Ratham Wahakwa
Oh, you right here?
Wahakwa Ratham. Yeah, Wahakwa Ratham. Asha La Yahweh verse 28. Wakal Mala Aka La the Aishawa Ba'aitazam Hayawam Hazaha Kaya Yawam Kaparium Hawa'a La Kapar Ila Yakam Ala Yakam La Panya Yahweh Allahayakam.
All right, Leviticus chapter 23, verse 22. And when ye reap the harvest of your land, thou shalt not make clean riddance of the corners of thy field when thou reapest, neither shalt thou gather any gleaning of thy harvest. Thou shalt leave them unto the poor and to the stranger. I am the Most High your power. We said this once before, and we taught this once before, that in the Bible is the first welfare system. In the Bible, God has laws established so brothers and sisters, people don't starve to death. So people could have clean drinking water. Right now, the city of Jackson, Mississippi, and Flint, Michigan, And all over the country of America, they don't have clean drinking water in the poorest parts of the country. And anybody want to know why? Because rich bastards like Brett Favre steal all of the money. Rich bastards like Creflo Dollar and T.D. Jakes and your Christian church, they steal all of the money. The politicians you vote for steal all of the money. The people you love in sports and entertainment like Jay-Z and Floyd Mayweather and Beyonce, they steal all of the money, so you don't have anything. So you have to beg your oppressor to drink poison water. So you have to beg your oppressor in long lines to drink poison water, to eat poison food, so you can eventually die. So they can find you 50 years later dead, and some white scientist will study your body and the bones of your body to figure out how he died.
Right.
Just to find out he died from not drinking clean water. Just to find out, like Aaron Brockovich, that the water has been poisoned for 50 years in Mississippi. And your black politicians and your rich bastards like Brett Favre that you worshiped and voted into the Hall of Fame for the NFL, they steal your money so your children don't have clean drinking water. He stole $5 million from the poorest people in the United States of America to build his daughter a tennis court. The white man is the devil, the Bible speaks of.
Right.
And they make life hard for everybody because they're so greedy and they're so prideful and nobody can bring them down. Well, listen, man, in the Bible, we have rules and laws established so people don't starve to death. So people don't prefer a tennis court over babies dying from drinking poison water. So somebody doesn't build a basketball court in honor of some rich, arrogant bastard's daughter, and so kids in Chicago don't die from eating poison food. People in Flint, Michigan don't die from drinking poison water, man. God made sure of that, but your pastors don't believe in the Bible. Because if they did, the people in Jackson, Mississippi would not die from drinking water.
Right.
The people in Flint, Michigan would not die from drinking poison water. The people in Chesapeake Bay wouldn't die from drinking poison water. The people down there in Louisiana and New Orleans would not die after Hurricane Katrina. Why? Because God made sure he established laws and put laws and rules and orders in place to make sure your sons and daughters have food to eat, to make sure your sons and daughters have clean drinking water, to make sure your sons and daughters have a roof over their heads and they don't have to beg some oppressor to sleep outside in a tent city, so they don't have to go and suck some man's penis just to live another day. Like the oppressor is the devil, the Bible speaks of.
That's
man.
right.
And it created life to be hard when God did not make life hard. The Christian church made life hard for black people. God did not make it hard. Commanding Junior Hana doesn't make life hard for you. He relieves his poor brothers and sisters. He makes sure that you don't have to go and perform oral sex on a stranger so you can feed your children. He makes sure you don't have to trade in your dignity and your self-respect and your honor just so you can eat. You don't have to trade your dignity just so you can get clean drinking water. Like, that's the Christian church, but that's not in the Bible. The church doesn't believe in the Bible, because if the church believed in the Bible, then they would understand what Leviticus the 23rd and 22nd chapter says. The Bible says, and when ye reap the harvest of your land, thou shalt not make clean riddance of the land. What does that mean? That means that you won't get everything that you have coming to you. Sure, you made investments, Jay-Z, that should earn you $1 billion. But why do you need $1 billion and you're only one man? Shouldn't your people break that $1 billion down so they can have security from going to schools that get shot up by 18-year-old white boys? Shouldn't that go to the elderly black people and Hispanics in your community so their grocery stores don't get shot up? Shouldn't that go to the black people and Hispanics in Jackson, Mississippi so they don't die from drinking dirty water? Shouldn't that go to the Hispanic kids on the border so they don't die in those INS detention centers? Like, that money should be split up amongst your people to ensure their safety, to ensure their protection, to ensure them getting food, to make sure they have a roof over their head and they don't sleep outside in a tent city that the white man is going to arrest them for. The white man is going to arrest you just for being homeless.
Right.
Just for not having a place to stay. The Bible makes sure you have a place to stay. No matter what your status is in life. No matter if you're a ball player or if you're some welder. No matter if you're the trash man or you're recently unemployed and got fired, God makes sure you eat. God makes sure you have somewhere to sleep. God makes sure you have drinking water and produces for your children. Make sure you have fresh fruits and vegetables. Make sure you have fresh lamb and meat and goats and all the good things that land provides. All of the animals that land feeds. All of the fruit that land produces. All of the vegetables that yield forth for some farmer. Every farmer in America makes sure their family eats. But they don't make sure your family eats when you're poor. You have to go apply for EBT. You have to go apply for WIC. You have to go apply for welfare. God makes sure you don't have to go apply for welfare. If the church obeyed the God of this Bible, you wouldn't be on WIC and welfare and EBT and Section 8 and child support. God supports all of your needs. That's in the Bible, man. And to the stranger, Salakia, neither shalt thou gather any gleaning of thy harvest. Thou shalt leave them unto the poor and to the stranger. I am the most high your power. God is telling us to do this. Not a man, not a woman, not a politician, but the God of this Bible. The God that created heaven and earth. He says to love the poor and the stranger. America teaches you to hate the poor. The oppressor teaches you to hate the poor. The church teaches you to hate the poor, not the God of this Bible. Right. The God of this Bible makes sure you won't be poor. The God of this Bible makes sure you won't be hungry. The God of this Bible makes sure you won't have an Uvalde County shooter come and shoot up your school. The Bible makes sure you won't have a Flint, Michigan water crisis and a Jackson, Mississippi water crisis and a Chesapeake Bay water crisis. God makes sure of that with his laws. The problem is we're not taught to obey the God's laws. We're not taught to obey the God of this Bible. We're taught to obey our pastor and how we feel and what we think when that doesn't matter. What matters is what the Bible says. What matters is what God says, man. Verse 23. And the Most High spake unto Moses, saying, verse 24, speak unto the children of Israel, saying, in the 7th month, in the 1st day of the month, ye shall have a Sabbath, a memorial of blowing of trumpets, and holy convocation. Give yourselves a hand for being with us this evening on the day of the memorial of blowing of the trumpets. This is a holy convocation to the Most High God. What does that mean? A holy gathering of God's chosen people. This doesn't mean you get to invite Dylan Storm Ruth. Right. This means you don't invite the oppressors. This is one day out of the year, like all of God's high holy days, where you don't include your oppressor. You have to slave for your oppressor. You got to laugh at his horrible jokes. You got to support him in your taxes. You got to be a slave to him every other day. This school in the ISUPK, and the Commander Junior Honor, we allot you a day, 7 days, 50 days for the memorial blowing of the trumpets, for the Feast of Booths, for the Feast of Tabernacles, the Feast of Purim, the Sabbath day, the Lord's Passover. God gives you days off from being a slave to this oppressor. God gives you a time to join your people for once, to come together in a holy convocation for once, to enjoy the brotherhood that this school has to offer, the brotherhood that your people have to offer. Not Christmas and Thanksgiving, right. Not the days your oppressor tells you to celebrate, but these days like today, which is the Lord's high holy day, the feast of the memorial blowing of the trumpets. This is a day to enjoy a holy convocation, Elisha. A day to enjoy brotherhood, to not worry about your slavery, to not worry about your oppressor, to escape reality for once, man. You come in these schools all across this earth under Commander Junior Honor, and you get to do something that we could never provide for you, that Perks and Molly could never provide for you, and that's relief from slavery. You wake up after you get high off of weed, and you're still going to be a slave. You stay in this school out, and you're going to find something you never had, and that's love for your brothers and your sisters. That's right. And that's the type of brotherhood that only this school can provide. That's a holy convocation, man. Yeah, right. Brotherhood under the name of the Most High God. And this day is set aside for that. This day is set aside. And let me tell you, fake Israelites, something. Today is the day of memorial blowing of the trumpets. That's right. Whatever Commanding Junior Highness says the day of memorial blowing of the trumpets is, that's when it is. Yeah, right. When we say when the Passover is, that's what it is. When we tell you to speak, that's when you speak. How we teach you to read the Bible, that's how you read the Bible, man. We are the foremost authority on God's green earth. And that's the Isupk under command of Juniana, man. And this is a holy convocation. And this is the day we set aside under our power, the Most High God, and under our King Christ to come together with our brothers and our sisters to enjoy brotherhood, man. To enjoy sisterhood. For the kids to come together and play and not worry about school. Worry about just having fun and loving each other. Having fun and eating and being merry, getting some strong in us. Some of us already started. Hell. But we getting strong and having fun. This is what this day means.
Damn right.
And we remember the memorial blowing of the trumpets. What is the memorial blowing of the trumpets? The sound the alarm for the wars that took place in Israel thousands of years ago. We remember coming out of Egypt, and a trumpet sound horn was heard across the land of Egypt. When the Philistines tried to attack, the sound of the horn was, you can hear the sound of the horn. The horn represents an emergency,
right.
An alert, like the tornado sirens or hurricane sirens, or when there's danger present. That's what we were remembering. When we had danger closing in on the doors of the nation of Israel, and the Most High God defeated our danger.
That's right.
The Most High God defeated all of any kind of danger that came to the doors of the nation of Israel. Now you pair that with today. How much danger enters your home? How much danger enters your life? How much danger enters your life? You can't battle drug addiction.
Right.
That's danger. Drug addiction is going to get you killed or going to get you in prison. Go ask Brittany Griner. Living alternative lifestyle, that's dangerous, man. Go ask the victims of Jeffrey Dahmer. Like living the lives that we live in the world, that's dangerous. And at one time, because we lived the lives that God approved of, according to the Bible, danger arose, and the Most High God, He put it to rest. And we can become that nation again, like we were thousands of years ago. But it takes that sacrifice. And one of the sacrifices you made this evening was coming to the Lord's Feast of Memorial Blowing of the Trumpets. Give yourselves another hand. All right? Verse 20, verse 25. Ye shall do no servile work therein, but ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Most High. And the Most High spake unto Moses, saying, verse 27, also in the 10th day of this 7th month, there shall be a day of atonement. It shall be an holy convocation unto you. And ye shall afflict your souls, and offer an offering made by fire unto the Most High. Once again, man, the Day of Atonement is right around the corner. It's right around the corner. It's right after the Feast of Memorial Blowing of the Trumpets. It's next Tuesday, or the Tuesday after next. It's October the 4th.
That's right.
So that's on a Tuesday or whatever that is. So October the 4th is the Day of Atonement,
that's right,
where we will afflict our souls. The brothers and the sisters who are able-bodied, who are not on medication, not breastfeeding, who don't rely on eating food to live, we're going to afflict our souls. All the able-bodied men and women. That doesn't mean you can't brush your teeth. That doesn't mean you can't, wash your mouth out with mouthwash,
right,
like some people would tell you. But you can brush your teeth, please. You can take a shower and be clean. And for 24 hours, from sundown till sundown, we won't eat or drink. You know why? Because we're going to afflict our souls,
right,
to atone for the sins of the nation of Israel.
That's right. The
same thing we did over 6,000 years ago. Because why? We keep the Sabbath days holy in here, man. We keep the days of the Lord holy in here. From 6,000 years ago. I know it seems impossible, but we do it. Why? Because God ordered us to.
That's right. Throughout
all your generations. And that's what this Bible says, and so we're going to keep it, man. So go ahead and read it in the Hebrew like shot.
That's a lot, sir.
Go ahead.
And also, no children is going to keep the Day of Atonement.
That's
I know
right.
You fake Israelites want your babies and your toddlers to not eat for a day, but that's not biblical. You understand? When he said every able-bodied man or woman,
right,
he's talking about grown men and women, not
That's right.
babies and toddlers and infants.
That's right.
You understand?
That's right.
They're not able to keep the Day of Atonement.
That's right.
You understand?
Salaki, I meant to read verse 28. Salaki.
Oh, you didn't hit 28 yet? Oh, okay.
Verse 28. And ye shall do no work in the self same day, for it is a day of atonement, to make an atonement for you before the Most High your power. All right.
All right. Leviticus chapter 23, verse 29. We going back to the Hebrew. Kaya, cow. Hanapash, Ashar, La'a, La'aina, Ba'aitazam, Hayawam, Hazaha, Wanakapar, Salaki, I said Paul, Wanakarata, Ma'ai Maya. Verse 30. Wakal, Hanapash, Ashar, the Aisha, Kal, Malaka, Ba'aitazam, Hayawam, Hazaha, Waha, Duya, Waha Bathia, Hanapash, Hahawa, Makwa Rab, Aima, verse 31. Kal, Malaka, La'a, the Aishawa.
Salakia. Also, if I may, if you need to get food or you want to get food, please, you understand, you can grab food. It's kids, women, brothers, sisters. You can go ahead and eat, right? This is the Day of Atonement. I mean, Salakia, this ain't the Day of Atonement. You can eat. This is the Feast of Memorial Blowing of the Trumpets. The key word right, feast, a holy convocation. That's
right.
We keeping this thing together. If you want food, please feel free to get up, grab your food, all right? Go ahead.
That's right. Hakwath, Iwalam, Lada Rathyakum, Bakal, Mashabathyakum, verse 32. Shabbat, Shabbathwan, Hawa'a, Lakam, Wa'a, oh, I thought you said, Wa'aina Yatham, Napash, Napashath Yakum. But the
Yes, come on.
but the shy, hold on.
Oh, you said it right.
But the shy, Lakadash, but I rob, I'd, Dashaba, Salakia, the Shabbathwa, Shabba the Cum, verse 33.
No, that's Shabbathcom. What you said?
Shabbathcom.
Shabbathcom.
Shabbathcom, Salakia.
Shabbathcom.
What did I say?
It sounds like Shabbathcom. Salakia.
Shabbathcom.
God.
I know it's right there. Salakia. While you're the bar, Yahweh, all, Masha, Lamar. Verse 34. The bar, all, Banya, Yashala, Lamar, Baka, Mash, Aishar, Yanam, so like Yawam, Lakadash, Hashaba, Yayai, so like
No, you're right.
Hashaba, Yaaya, Yaaya, so like Hazaha, Kag, Hasa, Kawath, Shabaith, Yam, La Yahweh. What's the 35?
This is your last one.
Kind of. Bayawam, Hara, Shawan, Makwara, Kodash, Kal, Mala Akaf, Ibada, La Aishawa.
Leviticus chapter 23, verse 29. For whatsoever soul it be that shall not be afflicted in that same day, he shall be cut off from among his people. Verse 30. Listen how serious it is to disobey the Most High God.
That's right.
It's a very serious infraction to not do what the Most High God told us to do. It's a serious thing, man. Don't take it lightly. Your brother and sister that's watching these classes but not keeping the days we keep, not keeping the high holy days and the holy convocations that we observe, you're in the wrong. You're a brother and sister watching classes not paying your tithes, you're in the wrong. You're a brother and sister watching classes but still get high, you're in the wrong. And you will be cut off from your people. God will put you to death. God will punish you, man, because you're not doing the right thing. You're doing what you were doing in the world. What point is it to just listen to class, but you're not come in here? You got to soldier up, brother. You got to be a sister and a daughter of Zion in here.
That's right.
You put down the weed and put down the hoes. Come in here and observe these days, man. Take off the purple, take off the tassels, and be a man for once. Be a woman for once.
That's right.
Do the right thing for once in your life, man. Come in here and get it on with your brothers and your sisters. Because in here, this is where you're going to find real brotherhood, man. This is the place where people won't hurt you. People won't judge you.
Right.
You're going to come in here and we're going to be cruel to you so we can gain a brother and a sister. We're going to correct you so you can live and not die. You come in here so you don't become cut off from amongst your people, man. So many of us are cut off from our people. Why? Because we don't do the things that God told us to do.
That's right.
You better start listening and obeying to the voice of the Most High God in the Isupk. Stop trying to do your own thing. Doing your own thing is what got you locked up. Doing your own thing is what got you HIV. Doing your own thing is what got you burned. Doing your own thing is what got you shot and stabbed and on WIC and welfare. When you do your own thing, you destroy yourself. But you come in here and do the thing that God wants you to do. And you're going to save your life, man.
That's right.
Let's keep going. Leviticus chapter 23, verse 30. And whatsoever soul it be that doeth any work in that same day, Salakia, the same soul will I destroy from among his people. Verse 31. Ye shall do no manner of work. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations in all your dwellings, no matter where you live. That's what dwellings are. Your habitation, where you live, your abode, su casa. That's what your dwellings are. No matter if you're in Mexico, Puerto Rico, Denver, Colorado, Kansas City, Missouri,
right.
or on the ends out there in Great Britain in the United Kingdom, you better do what God told you to do. In Alaska, Canada, Ontario, it does not matter. In all of your dwellings throughout all of your generations, forever, you better keep the days of the Most High God holy. Let's keep reading. Verse 32. It shall be unto you a Sabbath of rest, and ye shall afflict your souls. In the 9th day of the month at even, from even unto even, shall ye celebrate your Sabbath. And the Most High spake unto Moses, saying, verse 34, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, The 15th day of this 7th month shall be the Feast of Tabernacles for 7 days unto the Most High. On the first day shall be an holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein. All right?
Feast.
Yeah, right.
Leviticus chapter 23, verse 36. Shabbat, yam, takwa royabawa.
No, Dakwa
Takwa yabwa.
There you go.
Asha, la Yahweh, bayawam, hasha, mayanya,
Mayanya.
makora, kodash, yaha. Is that right?
Khan.
Okay.
No, Salaki. It's Yahaya.
Yahaya.
There you
Yeah,
go.
Yahaya. Salakia. Lakam. Wahakwa Rab. Salakia. Wahakwa Rabadam. Asha. La Yahweh. Itazarath. Hawa. Is that Hawa?
Say it again.
Hawa. Kal.
Yeah, Hawa. You right.
Mala Kath. Ibadah. The Aishaba. Verse 37. Salakia. Allah. Mawa Idea. Yahweh. Ashar. Dakwara. Awa. Dakwara.
No, Thakwarwa.
Dakwara.
There you go.
Atham. Makwa. Ya. Dakwa. Salakia. Makwa. Ya. Kodash. Lahakwa. Salakia. Lahakwa. Rayab. Asha. La Yahweh. Ilah. Wamanaka.
Womanak.
Wamanak. Zabat. Yeah, Zabak. Is that right?
Con.
Wanasakayam, Wanasakyam.
There you go.
The bar, Yawam, Bayo Mawa. Is that right? Bayo Wama, Bayo Wama.
So like I exited out. What verse are we on again?
It's
37.
Bayo Mawa, Bayo Wama.
All right, where you at?
Get me right here. The last. Bayo.
Oh, Bayo
Mawa.
Bayo Wamwa.
Bayo Wamwa.
Con.
So like yeah.
I don't know why they exited out.
That would have me tongue twisted. Verse 38. Malabad. Shabath. Shabath. Yahweh. Wamalabad. Matha no what? Matha no wathi yakum. Matha no wathi. Matha Salakia. Matha no wathi yakum. Wamala
What?
Salakia. Wamalabad. Call. Nada yakum. Nadariyakum. Wamalabad. Call. Nada daba wathyakum. Ashar. Thutta Nawah.
You said it right.
La Yahweh. Verse 39. Ak. Baka Mash. Aishar. Yanam. Yawam. Salakia. La Kadash. Hashaba Ya'aya. Ba'asapyakum. Ba'asapyakum.
No, Ba'asapkum.
Ba'asapkum. Ah. Taba wa'ah. Taba wa'ah.
Thaba Wa'ath.
Taba wa'ah.
Thaba. Con. So like I said her. Thaba what? Thaba Wa'ath.
Taba wa'ah.
Con.
Rataza. Takagawa. Ah. Kag. Yahweh. Shabaith. Yam. Bayawam. No, so like it. Harashawa. Salakia. Harashawan.
Hara-Ashwan.
Hara-Ashwan. Shabathwan. Waba Yawam. Hasha
Mayanya.
Hasha Mayanya. Shabathwan. Verse 40. Wala Kwatham. Lakam. Bayawam. Hara Shawan. Paraya. Aitazah. Hadar. Kapath. Damarayam. Wa'ainap. Aitazah. Aibath. Yeah, Aibath. Rabia. Rabia. Nakal. Washa Makatham. Lapanya. Yahweh. Alahayakum. Maba Ai. Shabaith. Yam. No. Yam. Verse 41.
42.
42. The bottom. Waka Gatham. Atawa. Kag. La Yahweh. Shabaith. Yam. Bashana. Kakwath. Iwalam. Ladaratyakum. Bakadash. Hasha. Bayaya.
Where you at?
Salaki.
Ladaratyakum. Bakadash.
The next word.
Hashabayaya.
Hashabayaya. Takagawa. Atawa. Verse 42. Basakath. Dashabawa. Shabaith. Yam. Kal. Rock. Bayashala. Yashabawa. Yeshabia. So like Yeshabwa. Basakath.
Leviticus chapter 23, verse 36. 7 days ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Most High. On the 8th day shall be an holy convocation unto you, and ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Most High. It is a solemn assembly, and ye shall do no servile work therein. Verse 37. These are the feasts of the Most High, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations, to offer an offering made by fire unto the Most High, a burnt offering and a meat offering, a sacrifice and drink offerings, everything upon his day, beside the Sabbaths of the Most High, and beside your gifts, and beside all your vows, and beside all your freewill offerings which ye give unto the Most High. Verse 39. Also in the 5th day of the 7th month, when ye have gathered.
15th.
What'd I say?
5th.
Oh, Salaki, the water.
Oh, yeah, no.
Also in the 15th day of the 7th month, when ye have gathered in the fruit of the land, ye shall keep a feast unto the Most High 7 days. On the 1st day shall be a Sabbath, and on the 8th day shall be a Sabbath. Verse 40. And ye shall take you on the 1st day of the boughs of goodly trees, branches of palm trees, and the boughs of thick trees, and willows of the brook, and ye shall rejoice before the Most High your power 7 days. Verse 41. And ye shall keep it a feast unto the Most High 7 days in the year. It shall be a statute forever in your generations. Ye shall celebrate it in the 7th month. Verse 42. Ye shall dwell in booths 7 days. All that are Israelites born shall dwell in booths. Let me clear this up, even though we're not on the Feast of Tabernacles. I'll clear it up more then. You don't have to go and spend a night in a tent. Listen, it's not unlawful if you want to. But in the ISUPK, we're not making brothers and sisters go and sleep in tents. Why? Because we live in tent cities.
Right.
Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are homeless in INS detention centers. We don't have homes. So you don't have to go recreate something you already live. We live in tent cities now. Now, if you're some rich, if you're Jay-Z and you want to go spend the time out that mansion, go ahead. We ain't going to stop you. It's not unlawful, obviously. But we live in the life here in America and in Puerto Rico and in Mexico and the UK. We don't have to go and recreate something we already live. All right? Then that's it on verse 42. Just wanted to clear it up. I know his brothers that go and clear out lands and they ask you gonna come keep the Feast of Booths with us. Nigga, I'm going back to a shelter. I don't have to keep the Feast of Booths with you. What you should do is stop smoking weed and getting high. And you should come to class. That's what you should do on the Feast of Booths.
Sir. Leviticus chapter 23, verse 43 in the Hebrew. La'ayman. Yada.
Hold on, say it again.
Lama'ain.
God, Lama'ain.
Oh, what? Lama'ain.
You said Lawa, I think.
Lama'ain.
God.
Yada. Iowa. Darathicum. Kaya. Basakawaf. Hawa Shabbath. Banya. Yashala. Bahawataza. 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 Our thumb. Marataza. Matazarium. Matazarium. Anya. Yahweh. Allahayakam. Verse 44. Wayadabar. Masha. My idea, Yahweh, all, Banya, Yashala. 40.
Now you're going to be at verse 1.
Kind. Leviticus
5.
Kind. Leviticus chapter 24, verse 1. Well, Yadabar, Yahweh, all, Masha, La'amar. Verse 2. Tazawa, Banya, Yashala, Wayakokwafwa. Alayak, Shaman, Zayath, Zak, Kathayath, Lama War, Laha'ai Lath, Nar, Damayad, verse 3. Makawataza. There you go. La Parakath. Ha'aidath. Ba'ahal. Mawa'id. Ya'airak. After wa. Aharan,
Aharon.
Haran,
Aharon.
Aharan,
There you go.
Ma'irab, Id, Bakwar, Lapanya, Yahweh, Matha,
Tha.
Damayak,
Damayad.
Damayad,
Damyad.
Kakwath, Iwalam, Ladaratyakum, verse 4. Al, Hamana Ra, Hatahar, Ya'ai Ath, Hanara Wath, Lapanya, Yahweh, Damanyad, verse 5. Walakokwath, Salath, Payath, Atha, Shatyam, Aishar,
Aishara.
Kalawath, Shanya, Aishara Nayam,
Aisharanyam.
Aisharanyam, Yaha, oh yeah,
Khan. Yeah.
Hakala, Ha'akath.
There you go. So let's go back. Leviticus chapter 23, verse 43. All right, that your generations may know that I made the children of Israel to dwell in booths when I brought them out of the land of when I brought them out of the land of Egypt. I am the Most High your power. Verse 44. And Moses declared unto the children of Israel the feast of the Most High. Leviticus chapter 24, verse 1. And the Most High spake unto Moses, saying, Command the children of Israel that they bring unto thee pure oil, Salakia. Command the children of Israel that they bring unto thee pure oil olive, beaten for the light, to cause the lamps to burn continually. Verse 3. Without the veil of the testimony in the tabernacle of the congregation, shall Aaron order it from the evening unto the morning before the Most High continually. It shall be a statute forever in your generations. Verse 4. He shall order the lamps upon the pure candlestick before the Lord, Salakia, before the Most High continually. Verse 5. And thou shalt take fine flour, and bake 12 cakes thereof. 2/10 deals shall be in one cake. All right. Now, real quickly, let's go to Numbers 10 and 10. All right, so we're done with Leviticus, the 23rd chapter breakdown for, of course, Sabbath service, high holy days, right? But today specifically is the Feast of Memorial, blowing of the trumpets, and it's just a little backdrop right here in the Book of Numbers. This is where another precept for the memorial blowing of the trumpets. So you can add this to your precept book. This is Numbers chapter 10. You can start at verse 1.
Kind of the kind.
All right. Real quickly, and then we'll get out of here.
Oh, you don't want me to in the Hebrew first?
No. We don't. No. You just read this.
Okay. So like it's like
you only do that for Leviticus 23.
Kind of the kind. I'm getting there now. Numbers chapter 10, verse 1. And the Most High spake unto Moses, saying, verse 2, Make thee 2 trumpets of silver, of a whole piece shalt thou make them, that thou mayest use them for the calling of the assembly, and for the journeying of the camps.
Like this right here is where in Leviticus we were reading. The Most High God gives instructions for everything, even the way the trumpets are supposed to be made. This is not a trumpet. This is the Manorah. But they're actual silver trumpets. Say it again.
You say Manorah.
I'm sorry, this is the Manorah. This candlestick is the Manorah. So like it. This is the horn. Right? The shofar is the horn. Or the shofar is the horn. But the actual trumpets are trumpets. Right? And they make the sound of a trumpet. And it's to warn, it's to call the, what did the Bible just say? Calling of the assemblies and for the journeying of the camps. You hear a trumpet, you know what's going on. It's a signal. That sound is a signal for something. Keep reading.
So like in verse 3. And when they shall blow with them, all the assembly shall assemble themselves to thee at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation.
When you hear that trumpet sound, you were supposed to do something. What were you supposed to do?
Salaki.
Verse 3.
And when they shall blow with them, all the assembly shall assemble
You
themselves,
should come. All the brothers and sisters in the nation of Israel should do what?
assemble themselves to thee at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation.
They're going to come to Moses. We're going to go to the man that the Most High God put in charge of Israel. We're going to go to him to see what's next.
That's right.
You see that order? It ain't everybody, and this is what's so heavy about the Feast of Memorial blowing of the trumpets. That trumpet means that you're a nation under God. Why? Because if you hear something, if you was to hear an alarm today, what would you do? If you was to hear a tornado alarm, what would you do? You would go to your basement.
That's right.
You would go to your basement, or if you don't have a basement, you would go in that bathroom with them kids and get in that bathtub and cover your head. If you're in a school, if you're a tornado siren, what would you do? You're going to go to the basement of the school or the cafeteria of the school or where the tornado shelters are.
That's right.
And you're going to hide and put your hands over your head and wait for trouble to pass. Wait for the storm to pass. Wait for the tornado to pass. Well, listen, if everybody is on their own wheel and on accord, everybody's going to die. Because if I hear a trumpet sound and I think to go to my pastor, who's a Baptist, and then my mama, who's a Methodist, she goes to her pastor, trouble is going to find us because we're not unified. We're not together. You understand? Like the memorial blowing of the trumpets, like every high holy day teaches us once again why it is important to have brotherhood, why it's important to prefer your nation of people over the other nations of people. Why it's important to teach your children that the white man is the devil, the Bible speaks of,
right.
And we have no dealings with no other nation but each other. We have no dealings with nobody else other than blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Why? So when trouble comes, when COVID-19 comes, when prison time comes, when the crack epidemic comes, and the HIV/AIDS epidemic comes, it will deflect right off of the nation of Israel. Why? Because we're in order. We're one body, under one faith, one baptism, and one Lord. That's who we are supposed to be. Not different denominations, not everybody scatterbrained, causing division amongst each other. We're brothers and sisters in the nation of Israel as a nation of people who are supposed to be a nation of people.
That's right.
Who are supposed to come together under one authority, one man. That man now is commanding General Yohana as Christ sits on his throne, set to return.
That's right.
To bring vengeance and justice for Native Americans, blacks, and Hispanics. Until then, Commander General Yohana is that man who we gather to figure out what's going to happen. Like when COVID-19 came, and you idiots and fake Israelite groups in the church, and you politicians, and you blacks and Hispanics that are not in the truth, you are against the vaccination. That vaccination saved our life.
That's right.
You understand? We ain't died from COVID-19, but you did. Your grandmother did. Why? Because they're separated and divided.
Right.
We hear that trumpet sound. When trouble comes, we're together.
That's right.
And that's the purpose. And tonight we remember that purpose. We remember how important it is to unify under Commander General Yohana, under Christ and the Most High, to unify in the Isupk, to be a nation of people again,
Right.
to be a nation that rape and child molestation and kidnapping can hurt, to be a nation that COVID-19 and the variant and Omicron and 22 can't hurt, to be a nation that monkeypox can affect, to be a nation that prison and prison reform can affect, to be a nation that drug addiction couldn't affect. Imagine your life without drugs. Oh my God, Ak. Imagine that life without being molested as a child. Imagine that life not witnessing your family go to prison and get put to death. Imagine that life for a second.
That's right.
Well, that's the life that Commander General Yohana provides, because now we're together. Now we're unified. Now we're brothers and sisters, and we're a nation of people again. We're that one stick coming together. We're the northern and southern kingdom coming together. That's in this school, man. We're not divided by tribes. We're one tribe, and that's Israel. Yasha Allah. Kwam Yasha Allah, man. That's who we are in the Isupk, because that's what God wanted us to be, not separated and divided. Well, that Feast of Memorial blowing of the trumpets out, it's this night tonight, that is what it should remind you of. How we were all together as a nation with the military, with rules and our own laws, our own people, where you didn't see brothers marrying off outside of their race, sisters marrying outside of their race. We were families. Brothers walked their sister home from school, asked her father to court her, not just going into her drawers at some homecoming dance, not going in her panties after prom, but asking and courting and masculine men, men who don't wear skinny jeans, sisters who won't put you on child support. We were a nation of God's chosen people before, man. And we can be that nation again, the nation that God loves and prefers. But you have to be here for the day of Feast of Memorial blowing of the trumpets. It's the whole point of the day.
That's right.
It's the whole point of the Day of Atonement. It's the whole point of the Lord's Passover. It's the whole point of the Feast of Booths or the Feast of Tabernacles. It's the point of Purim and Feast of First Fruits. It's for us to have a holy convocation, for us to remember those days when nations wanted to kill us, just like today. Just like today. The only difference is we were unified under God.
That's right.
We wasn't unified under the American flag. We wasn't unified under British rule and the royal crown and the British crown. We wasn't unified under the Crips and the Bloods. We were unified under the Bible, under the God of this Bible, and that spared us. That saved our lives one day. And that same thing that saved our lives 6,000 years ago, 2,000 years ago, that same thing is going to save us today. Everybody understand? Keep reading.
And Salaki, sir, if I
Go
may.
ahead, please.
Baba Kashai, if I may, I don't want, because what he was bringing out is so heavy. Because all the high holy days, this whole Bible was written to a nation of people who the world hates.
That's right.
A nation of people who the world hates, and everything in the world is trying to kill you. And the men in the Isupk since 1969 have been saving the lives of so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians.
That's right.
And currently we have a leader by the name of Commanding General Hanna who what's the word I want to say, man? I don't want to say he risked it all. He gave up everything to save his nation, man.
Yeah.
He gave up everything to save his whole nation
That's
of
right.
people. Because your Christian pastors, your black leadership, the black leadership that we have isn't going to warn us about any trumpet. It's not going to warn us any danger to come. So they're not preparing us for the trumpets.
That's right.
You understand? They rather join us to our oppressor. They rather join us to all these other nations and have us worship what's coming up. Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we getting ready to celebrate Halloween and Thanksgiving.
That's right.
They're joining you to the death and the plague and the hatred of the world.
That's right.
When the Bible says so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians should come together because we're the nation of people that's not desired by this world.
Damn right.
And we're only going to come together in the ISUPK under Commander General Hanna.
Damn right.
He's the only one that loves his nation enough to hold on to the truth, keep it pure, so we won't die.
Damn right.
That's all I wanted to say.
Damn right. Give me verse 9. Skim me down to verse 9 real quick.
Numbers chapter 10, verse 9. And if ye go to war in your land against the enemy that oppresseth you, then ye shall blow an alarm with the trumpets.
Like this here is the reason for the trumpet sound.
That's right.
It's an alarm to warn you. It's an alarm to warn you from COVID-19, to warn you from danger, to warn you from the crack epidemic, to warn you from feminism, the black feminist movement that was joined to white feminists with Margaret Thainer and all of those white sluts in the 60s and 70s that made black women join them.
Right.
It's to warn you from that. It's to sense it's danger, man. It's danger. It's to warn you danger's coming. Danger's coming.
That's right.
Wouldn't you wish that you had this when you were a child screaming for help? Wouldn't you wish you had this when you were locked down in that cell screaming for help, but nobody could help you? Nobody could save you? Wouldn't you wish you had this when you were fighting a drug addiction in some rehab center, in some drug rehabilitation center, fighting for your life? Wouldn't you wish you would have heard this sound way before you got addicted to drugs?
Right.
Wouldn't you wish you would have heard this sound way before somebody molested you? Wouldn't you wish you would have heard this sound years before your father walked out on you? Years before your mother walked out on you? Years before your best friend was killed? Years before you caught STDs? Wouldn't you wish you heard a trumpet sound to say, stop, don't do that, don't go there, don't eat that, don't have sex with them? That's danger there. Wouldn't you wish you would have had that? Well, listen, the nation of Israel has a warning sound.
Damn right.
We have a sound to warn you from danger. We have a sound to warn you, but this is the problem. You don't hear the sound. Why? Because you're not unified. You're not together. We ain't together, man. The nation of Israel, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we're divided.
Damn right.
And so you don't hear danger. You don't hear the priests and prophets of God that have the sound of a trumpet in their voice to warn you from danger.
Damn right.
You turn your head away and go smoke the weed. You turn your head away and go have sex with the whore. Well, listen, man, that's dangerous. We're that sound in 2022 to warn you from danger. The problem is you don't listen. Well, at this time we did listen. At this time we were unified under Moses. We were unified under one man that told us what to do, that told us how to live, that told us what to eat, that told us what not to eat, that told us what to celebrate, and we were safe because of it. We're going to read how. Keep going.
And ye shall be remembered before the Most High your power.
You will be what?
Remembered before the Most High your power.
You're going to be forgotten.
Remembered before the Most High your power.
You only live once.
Remembered.
God said you will be remembered above who?
Before the Most High your power.
You're going to be remembered before the Most High God. He's going to remember and say, I hear that trumpet sound too. You don't think God knows danger? The Bible says this, when Cain slew Abel, that the blood of Abel cried out to the Most High God. God knows your pain and your suffering. The Most High God knows it, man. The problem is, you don't know how to stop it, but the men of God do.
Right.
And you should listen to that trumpet sound. So what?
And ye shall be remembered before the Most High your power.
If you listen to that trumpet sound, you listen to the priests and prophets of the Most High God, as we warn you from integration, as we warn you against marrying yourself to your oppressor, as we warn you against marrying yourself to politics, as we warn you from marrying yourself to drugs and to whores and to being a whore, if you listen, God is going to remember. These are my children of Israel.
That's right.
These are the people I've chosen. Only you have I known from through all the families of the earth. Salvation is for the Jews.
Damn right.
The Lord slew Christ, who was slew on a tree to give salvation to Israel. God is going to remember that I set you above all nations of people that are upon the face of the earth. And what is God going to do?
And ye shall be saved.
You should be what?
Shall be saved.
You should be what?
Saved.
You should do what?
Saved.
You should suffer from drug addiction.
Saved.
You should suffer from the prison.
Saved.
You should suffer from going to jail more than anybody else on the planet Earth.
Saved.
You should suffer from not growing up with a daddy.
Saved.
You should suffer from child molestation and child abuse.
Saved.
You should suffer from drugs.
Saved.
Alcoholism.
Saved.
God said he will save you from what?
From your enemies.
From your what?
Enemies.
From the Ku Klux Klan.
Enemies.
From the police.
Enemies.
From Pantaleno and those cops.
Enemies.
The Fraternal Order of Police.
Enemies.
America.
Enemies.
The United Kingdom.
Enemies.
British rule.
Enemies.
Canada.
Enemies.
The white man.
Enemies.
The Arabs.
Enemies.
The Africans.
Enemies.
The Chinese.
Enemies.
The Japanese.
Enemies.
God said he will save you from all of your enemies.
That's right.
All you have to do is listen to the warning sound. All you have to do is listen to those trumpets sound. Over 6,000 years ago, during the time of Moses, they had literal trumpets to make a sound because the nation of Israel was so small. And just like today, we're a small nation. But today, the Most High God gives you prophets to warn you from danger.
That's right.
And if only you would listen to the prophets of God in the Isupk under Command and General Honor, God will do what?
Save from your enemies.
God would save us from our enemies. He would save us from drug addiction. He would save us from the crack epidemic.
Right.
He would save us from the heroin epidemic. He would save us from the LGBTQ epidemic. He would save us from the child molestation epidemic. He would save us from the American government and save us from the Ku Klux Klan and save us from the Proud Boys and save us from the Republican Party and save us from ICE and save us from INS detention centers and save us from the cartels and save us from the British rule and save us from the cops and save us from racist white men without a cop's badge. God would save us from our enemies. All you have to do is listen to the warning sounds. All you have to do is listen to the men of God that are warning you of danger, that are telling you don't go there, that are warning you to not do that, to stop living your life like that. God is going to warn you with the men that he set up to lead you out of danger. And only if you listen, you will be saved from danger.
That's right.
Your life would not be the same way that it was when you were a child. Your life would be saved from that. But here's the problem, Elijah. We don't listen to that trumpet sound.
Right.
We don't hear the men of God. And when we do, we blatantly disobey them. Well, listen, man, you're not going to be saved then. You're going to continue to suffer. If you change your life and you come into Isupk, let tonight teach you this lesson. And I'm going to have the brother read. Should you read 10? Yeah, go ahead and read 10 now. I'm going to hold my point. I'm going to have this brother read verse 10. This is the last verse, and we'll get out of here. Go ahead, Ak.
Verse 10. Also, in the day of your gladness and in your solemn days, solemn days, and in the beginnings of your months, ye shall blow with the trumpets over your burnt offerings.
So the Most High God said, this is the day that He made to. So like y'all want to sound like a Christian, they say this is the day the Lord had made. But this is the day, that's actually in Psalms, by the way. The Christians use that and bastardize it like they do everything. But this day that we're celebrating today, that we're keeping and remembering as a high holy day,
that's right.
A holy convocation unto the Lord thy God, He's made this day so we can remember when we had to come to Moses when we heard that trumpet sound.
That's right.
We had to join ourselves together in solemn assemblies when we heard that trumpet sound. Why? Because it warned us from danger. And what is the first thing a right-thinking person, somebody in their right mind, what is the first thing somebody would do if they hear danger or they hear a sound to warn them from danger? They want to get the hell away from danger. Not us. We want to go toward the crack. We want to go toward the voting. We want to go toward miscegenation. We want to go toward integration.
Right.
We want to go toward loving our oppressor. Nah, man. Not 6,000 years ago. We heard those sounds of danger and we went away from danger.
That's right.
We went to safety. And the ISUPK is safety. You understand? And if you want to be safe, you better come in ISUPK. We're the sound, that trumpet sound that you hear blazing those streets every Friday and Saturday, that you hear in the classrooms every weekday, that you hear on every radio show, my God, all of the radio shows under Commander Juniana, that you hear in those documentaries in Oklahoma under Officer Ayash Kabawad, when those white men come to interview us and these British news channels come to interview us, we're that sound on these news channels, on these on the radio channels, on the airwaves. We're that sound on the street corners, warning our people to come into safety, to be unified under the Most High God, and come into safety. Come to join the safe place. Don't go to danger. Come join safe. Come join safety, so you won't be living in danger anymore.
That's right.
We're that sound, man. And if you are rebellious and you don't listen to that sound, well, then your life is going to be just what it is now.
Right.
But if you're a brother or sister sincerely wanting to change your life, then you get in this school, you support this truth, you pay your tithes, and you join us for the Day of Atonement. Join us for the Feast of Unleavened Bread and the Lord's Passover and the Feast of the Memorial Blowing of the Trumpets. That is what today is all about. Coming together in days and times where it is so unsafe to live.
Right.
Where you are in threat every day in fear of your life for the cops pulling you over and murdering you. From some COVID-19 disease choking your lungs and killing you to death. Choking you to death, I meant to say. You're in fear of your life every day. You don't know if the union on the railroad workers are going to strike and you won't have food for months and years. Or it's going to be $15 for a loaf of bread. You don't know if there's going to be a famine. You're rushing, trying to get land, we got to all get land. We got to do it. You're living in an unsafe time. Well, water. The water. You can't even get clean drinking water.
Right.
There's no clean drinking water anywhere. Not in Jackson, Mississippi. Not in Chesapeake Bay. Not in Flint, Michigan. We live in unsafe times, man.
That's right.
And in these unsafe, dying times, why don't you come into the ISUPK where there's safety? There's safety. There's a place that you don't have to worry about if you're going to drink unclean water.
That's right.
This is a place you don't have to worry about if you're going to eat or not, if you're going to starve, if you have to sell drugs just to make ends meet. This place is a safe place.
Yeah, right.
This is that solemn assembly. And tonight, this is what we remember. And that's what we remember on this evening. And tonight, once again, the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Go ahead and clap it up. Right? For every brother and sister that came out, showed out. You understand? The sisters, give the sisters a hand for the amazing food that we about to go tear down, the strong and the food. And we're going to go enjoy this solemn assembly, Elisha. We're going to enjoy this solemn assembly and this brotherhood and this sisterhood that Commander Juniana held on to. We're going to enjoy it. We're going to love it. We're going to bask in it. And we're going to bask in the fact that we are safe from the dangers that affect brothers and sisters in the world.
That's right.
That affect people in the world. We're going to bask in the fact that we are safe from all the hurt, harm, and danger to come against everybody that is not in the ISUPK. And with that, I imagine, which means to stand. Sar. Sar.
La Yashala.
Yashala. Sar. Sar. I imagine everybody stand. Wapan Yahakwadam, which means rise and face the east, or turn and face the east. Salakia. We want to read the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew.
The Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa.
Abanawa.
Shabbat Shemayah.
Shabbat Shemayah.
Kodash. Ayah. Shamka.
Yahweh.
Malakwaka.
Malakwaka.
Tabaa. Ratazaka. Ayah. Aisha. Baratazak. Kawa. Ayah. Hashemayah. Dunlanawa. Nakam. Yawam. Wasalakanawa. Wapnawa. Kawapnawa. Wala'ah. Abiyanawa. Anasayawan. Abashayanawa. Mayan. Rai. Lakah. Wahala. The power.
Aman. In the English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it.
The power in the Hebrew. Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahushai. Babakashah. The Thundernawa. Hakak. Larapa'ah. Kal Makalah. Kal Marawa. Hakak. Latahor. Hamatazariah. Hakak. Hamathium. Hakak. Arakawa. Atama'ala. Garshan. Ba'ashem Yahushai. The water Aman. In the English. Yahweh. In the name of Yahushai. Please give us the power. The power to heal. All manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the lepers. The power to raise the dead. The power to clean. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahushai. Thank you. So be it. Prayer to bless Israel. Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahushai. Baraklanawa. Ayashala. Bayat Sapari. Barak. Rapa'ah. Magan. Hagan. Ba'ashem Yahushai. The water Aman. What we just said in the English was Yahweh. In the name of Yahushai. Bless us and Israel and the school. Bless, heal, shield, protect our loved ones. In the name of Yahushai. Thank you. So be it. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha. Ayanya. Ahahariam. Ma'ayan. Yaba'ah. Isaiah. Yahweh. Aisha. Shemayah. Baratazak. Ayathan. Namawat. Regalka. Al-Yanawam. Shamarka. Anah. Yanawam. Wala'ah. Yayashan. Shawamar. Yashala. Yahweh. Shamarka. Yahweh. Tazalka. Al-Yah. Yamnyaka. Yawamam. Hashemash. La'ah. Yakaka. Wayarak. Alayala. Yahweh. Yashamarka. Yakalrai. Yashamar. Athnapashka. Yahweh. Yashamar. Tazat. Wabuaka. Ma'itham. Awalam. Aman. In the English. I will lift up mine eyes into the hills. From whence cometh my help? My help cometh from Yahweh. Which made heaven and earth. He would not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in. From this time forth and even forevermore. So be it. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim. Al Damiyalaka.
Al Damayalaka.
Al Takarash.
Al Takarash.
Al Tashakwa.
Al Tashakwa. Al
Kaya.
Kaya.
Salaki. Kaya Hana.
Kaya Hana.
Awayabika.
Awayabika.
Yahama Yawan.
Yahama Yawan.
Wamashanayaka.
Wamashanayaka. Yashawa.
Ra'ash.
Ra'ash.
Al-Aimaka.
Al-Aimaka.
Wayama
Yarayamwa.
Sawad.
Sawad.
Wayatayad Tazawa.
Wayatayad Tazawa.
Al Tazap Pawanyaka.
Al Tazap Pawanyaka.
Amawa.
Amawa.
Nakawa.
Nakawa.
Wanakakina.
Wanakakina.
Magoya.
Magoya.
Wala. Yazakor.
Yazakor.
Sham Yashal.
Sham Yashal.
Aywa.
Aywa.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Nawai Tazawa.
Nawai Tazawa. La.
Yakadwa.
Yakadwa.
Aoyaka.
Aoyaka.
Baryah.
Baryah.
Yakarathwa.
Yakarathwa.
Ahoya.
Ahoya.
Adawam.
Adawam.
Wayashamaoya.
Wayashamaoya.
Mawaba.
Mawaba.
Wahagayam.
Wahagayam.
Gabal.
Gabal.
Waimawan.
Waimawan.
Waimalat.
Waimalat.
Palashap.
Palashap.
Am Yashabia.
Am Yashabia.
Tazawar.
Tazawar.
Gamashawar.
Gamashawar.
Nalawa.
Nalawa.
Imam.
Imam.
Hayawa.
Hayawa.
Zawawad.
Zawawad.
Abanyalawat.
Abanyalawat.
Salah.
Salah.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Lahom.
Lahom.
Kamadyam.
Kamadyam.
Kasayasara.
Kasayasara.
Kayabia.
Kayabia.
Banakor.
Banakor.
Bayashwan.
Bayashwan.
Nashamadwa.
Nashamadwa.
Bayanda.
Bayanda.
Ayawa.
Hayawa.
Daman.
Daman.
Laadama.
Laadama.
Shayatamwa.
Shayatamwa.
Nadiyamwa.
Nadiyamwa.
Kairab.
Wakazaba.
Wakazabat.
Wakazabat.
Wakatizamana.
Wakatizamana.
Kaunasaya Kamwa.
Kaunasaya Kamwa. Ashar.
Amawa.
Amawa.
Nayarasha.
Nayarasha.
Lanawa.
Lanawa.
Nawab.
Nawab.
Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Alahaya.
Alahaya.
Shayatamwa.
Shayatamwa.
Kagagala.
Kagagala.
Kakwash.
Kakwash.
Kapanya Waka.
Kapanya Waka.
Kaash.
Kaash.
Kabarayara.
Kabarayara.
Wakalahaba.
Wakalahaba.
Dalahat.
Dalahat.
Aryam.
Aryam.
Khan.
Khan.
Karadapma.
Karadapma.
Basar.
Basaraka.
Wabasawapatka.
Wabasawapatka.
Tabahalam.
Tabahalam.
Balaha.
Balaha.
Panyom.
Panyom.
Kawan.
Kawan.
Wayabakwashwa.
Wayabakwashwa.
Shamka.
Shamka.
Yahawa.
Yahawa.
Yabashwa.
Yabashwa.
Wayabawa.
Salakia. Yabashwa. Go ahead.
Wayabawa.
Wayabawa.
Aidiyai.
Aidiyai.
Wayakapawa.
Wayakapawa.
Wayabadwa.
Wayabadwa.
Wayadaiwa.
Wayadaiwa.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Ata.
Ata.
Shamka.
Shamka.
Yahawa.
Yahawa.
Labaka.
Labaka.
Aw.
Aw.
Yawan.
Yawan.
Aw.
Aw.
Call.
Call.
Ratazah. Aman.
Aman. In English. Keep not thou silence, O
Keep
Yahweh.
not thou silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy
Hold
peace.
not thy peace.
And be not still,
and
O
be
Yahweh.
not still, O Yahweh.
For lo, thine enemies make a
enemies
tumult.
make a tumult.
And they that hate
and
thee,
they that hate thee
have lifted up
have
the head.
lifted up the head.
They have taken
They have
crafty
taken
counsel against thy
counsel against thy people.
and consulted
and
against thy
consulted
enemies.
against thy enemies.
They have said,
They have said,
Come, and let us cut
and
them
let
off
us
from
cut
being a
them off
nation,
from being a nation.
that the name of
That
Israel
the name of Israel
may be no more
may
in
be no more in
remembrance.
remembrance.
For they have consulted together with one consent. They are
They
confederate
are
against
confederate
thee.
against thee.
The tabernacles of Edom,
and
the Ishmaelites,
of
Moab,
Moab,
and the
and
Hagarenes,
Gabal,
Gabal, and
Ammon,
and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Asa also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah. Do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kison, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb, and like Zed, yea, all their princes, as Azabah, and Azamunah, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. Oh my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. Oh Yahweh, let them be confounded, and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame, and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. So be it. And that's it, right? Sar, which means to turn. All right. Go ahead, blow the horn first. Sisters Yeshab, you may be seated. Men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the brothers. Men of Israel, Imad Shabbat, Imad Barak, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah Barakatham, Yajimatah. Sisters, Imajim, which means to stand. Sar, face the sisters, Salakia. Men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Imad Shabbat, Imad Barak, Yahweh Shamar Alathan Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Yajimatah, dismissed.